Yo! What's up, dude? Doing very well, very well. Hey,
Cool.
all right, here we go. Everybody, welcome to SlapSon. We got the man in the building. What's up? He's a Buffalo Soldier. 3
Come
and
on, come
0. He
on.
doesn't get phased. He's a veteran of the sport. Abu Dhabi's coming up. If you don't know, then get out the room, okay? He's coming off 2 losses, so he's coming back with a vengeance. You feel me? He's humble. He's straight. He gives it to you straight. He's the blueprint for the sport. He doesn't shy away from sharing his knowledge because it's not about what you know, everybody. It's about how you perform.
That's right.
Everyone, give it up for Nate Burnard!
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you.
What's up, brother?
What's up, man?
Dude, I'm so glad you joined, man. Let me crack this drink open. We'll get chatting.
Oh yeah.
You got that gallon today?
I got the gallon today. Yep, I'm just outside the gym right now, so got the
Oh my
gallon
god,
on me.
dude,
Yeah.
that gallon of water, my guy, brings back a lot of memories.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm at
I
two
was
of
in
two of
bodybuilding for
those a
like
day.
6 years.
Oh, were you?
Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
yeah,
I'm at
dog. So I carry my little baby around with me, just sip it all day, dude.
that's right.
How's your day going, man?
Oh, it's good, man. It's good. Just honestly, just getting it started. Really, I had work last night, and now to the gym for a couple hours, and then just tighten up a little everything, and then get ready for Abu Dhabi. So I'm dialed in, man. I'm ready.
Dude, I love it. When do you take off?
Take off next Friday. So
Next Friday. Okay.
next Friday should be a 18-hour flight, maybe plus layovers. So it'll be a good one.
Yeah, for sure. Do they hook you up when you travel, man, or is it just like regular ticket?
No, so they hook us up. So actually, last year when I first started, they gave me a call and said, "Hey Nate, we want you to come down to Vegas July." I'm just all right, cool. I'm just like, just let me know all the dates so I can make sure I get a ticket. And then, and then they went ahead and told me, they said, "Well, don't worry about that. We actually got you with a ticket and hotel and everything." I said, "Oh, so it's like that, okay." So since then it's been pretty copacetic. So it's exciting. It's a humbling experience for sure. But yeah, they got us all hooked up in Abu Dhabi. We'll be staying at the Yas Hilton. We'll be staying at the Hilton Hotel on Yas Island. So it's very gorgeous, very beautiful spot.
Very cool, very cool. I have to ask, man, because I've been an MMA nerd since Liddell Couture 3, right?
Okay.
So I've seen the progression of like guys having jobs, going into debt, doing anything for the sport. So it's man, that's pretty badass that it's come this far that now they can treat you guys, better from jump.
Right, right. I was very concerned about that too because I'm just like, all right, I like making my money, right? And so I love working too. So I needed to make sure work's good and solid with that. But they've been super accommodating with all of us. As long as you're smart with your money, the money will last.
Dude, amen to that, man. Amen to that. So are you slapping full time or you got another job as well?
So I have two other jobs. I do security with the Buffalo Bills. I'm their security there and private detail. So if they need, me to go somewhere, I'm with them. And then also I also work at a nightclub on the weekends too. So I'm always busy. I'm always doing something through the week. So
Dude, that's crazy. How long you been security for the Bills?
I say I've been with the Bills for about 2 years. I came back after playing football at Oklahoma and was working downtown for security for a little bit, and then I guess one of the head securities, he had seen a video of me wrestling someone up, so they said, "All right, we're bringing you in, we're hiring you." So then I got the job there, but it's also with connections too. My pops actually was a video director here in Buffalo for about, I'd say, 16 years. Now he's with Green Bay, so it's been pretty exciting.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. You've got to have some crazy stories of fans
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
crazy people, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh
Those
yeah.
those football stalkers, man, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Dude, good for you. Good for you.
Thank you.
So football in college, but I heard this thing about you. Let me know if it's true. Did you actually give up football in college for a few years ago, volunteer somewhere?
Yeah. So out of high school, I had a few offers to go play football, and that's kind of the dream for every teenage kid. Is to go play
100%.
football, go play football somewhere. So while I had those offers, I actually deferred them, and I took a 2 year trip to Africa, in Zambia and Malawi, and did a church service mission trip. So while I was there, I was spreading the good word. I was helping building irrigation systems, schools, homes, and then just trying to be selfless for 2 years. So it was very humbling experience.
Dude, if you don't mind me asking, which was it just a church, community church, or was it like
It was the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So I
shut
was,
up,
yeah,
shut up.
yeah.
That's me, my guy.
Is
That's
it?
me.
Is it?
What's
Okay.
up, brother?
There you
Yeah,
go.
hell
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude. Okay, listen to this, bitch. So I grew up in Utah.
Okay.
Okay. So whatever you hear, I know. Whenever I know, I'm
I
sure
know.
you've
I
heard.
know.
You know what I mean?
I used to live in Utah myself, so I know.
No joke. Is that where you grew up then?
So I was actually born in Mississippi, and then my family moved to Utah. My dad's originally from Logan, so we were living in Logan for a while, and then he was working with Utah State, and then took a 6 month gap uh, work trip to NFL Europe. So he actually was with the Frankfurt Galaxy when they had NFL Europe back in the day. And so while he was there, he was in Frankfurt. They won the Super Bowl, and then from there on the team was actually Freddie Jackson, who was a Buffalo Bill, and put him on to working for the Buffalo Bills. So then that's how we moved from the west to the east, and we've been here. We've been here since, or at least I'm the only one left here. Everyone, the rest of my family's scattered around the country. So yeah,
Dude, that's wild. Were one of those offers from Utah State, the Aggies?
yeah, yeah. One was with Utah State, one was BYU, and then few locally UB, as well as Albany as well. So I deferred it, and then it didn't hold up, just because of how much weight I lost when I was there. I
Oh,
I was
yeah.
I was playing defensive end, through high school, and then while I was there, in Zambia and Malawi, I the lowest weight I got to was 175, and so they
Oh
would.
my gosh,
Yeah,
dude.
so every Monday when our on our P days, they would email me, ask how everything's going, and then on uh turns out it just the emails kind of just stopped as soon as I said my weight
Oh,
and everything.
dog.
So, but the Lord has a different plan for everybody, and I found a way through. As soon as that was done, I did the JUCO route, played JUCO ball for 2 years, and then went transferred to Oklahoma and played balled out there, and now I'm slapping people. So yeah,
Slapping people. Dude, I love it. Yeah, man. So I grew up in Utah, just outside Salt Lake.
okay,
And yeah, I actually served mine in Chicago. So
okay, awesome,
yeah, dude, it was wild. Like I'm not active anymore, haven't been active in a
mm,
while, but it's just one of those things where of course you don't trade it, right? Like
yeah, yeah,
you can't d- in a very real way, it's a quick path to becoming a man, knocking on doors and putting up with all that crap. You
yeah,
know what I mean? And but it was wild because growing up in Bountiful, Utah, the whitest
yep,
suburbia, you know what I mean? Everyone's the same religion. Everyone looks the same. I was obsessed with hip hop and like girly R&B, like,
mm,
D'Angelo, just like all this
yep,
music, right? So when I went to Chicago, dude, I kid you not, they were all with their jaws on the ground because they thought it was like an act, you know?
uh,
And they soon find out it's not. And man, I had the best time, dude. They left me in what they called the city or the ghetto, like kind
mm,
of by Cabrini Green in Chicago, kind of a rougher area. dude, they put me there and left me there for like 22 months.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause the connection was so real, man. I loved every minute of it. But that's crazy. I was not expecting that answer, dude. That's crazy.
No, it's definitely wild. I mean, I know my cousins and everything. They live in Draper, and I've got some cousins in Youth and Logan as well, still there. But I mean, anytime I went to go visit, it's definitely I can see the outward look if you're not someone that knows of the church and everything, and you go, there you're definitely an outsider, and so even being from the East, you know, traveling over there and stuff. They just you start you're more woke. You start to see things, and you're just like, okay, all right, I just want to be as real as a person as I can be, and not have a fake facade of being like a Sunday Sally. Let me just be real. If people understand my faults, okay, great, and let's just keep it pushing.
Yeah, I agree 100%. One of the bigger challenges I think is you struggle as a kid and even as an adult, right? But until you like break away and actually become who you really are as a person,
Hmm.
that's when you actually, at least from my experience, that's when you actually can start connecting with a higher power. And all
Right.
these people that, they're doing their best or whatever, but to blatantly get up and teach certain things and then go off and not do those things, I'd rather just be me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that. I definitely feel that.
So you said now you're slapping fools. How in the world? And I've asked every striker that's come on this
Yeah.
because I am actually intrigued. How do you find it? How do you find power slap, dude?
I was so my folks, the time when they were still living here in Buffalo, I was I was just at my house, and then they called me over. They said, "Hey, you want to come over for dinner?" I said, "All right, cool." So I went over there for dinner, and as our family, we always watch shows or movies or something. And then next thing you know, my sister wanted to watch something on YouTube and show us all. So she wants to go ahead and show us, and then push come to shove, we started seeing people slapping each other. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. And my pops, he's just like, yo, you should do it. I'm like, nah. He's like, no, for real.
Yo, it was
So
your dad?
yeah, it's my dad. And he's like, you should do it. I'm like, nah. He's like, I think you'd be really good at it. And so, like the course of like the next following 2 weeks, he just kept sending me like little clips of it, and then
Oh my God.
and then ended up finding a application form. So I filled it out. The very next day, they sent me email. We need your height, weight, body image, things of that nature. I'm like, all right, cool. So I sent that out, and then it went ghost for about a month, 2 months. And then following that, I get a call. I was working out. I get a call from a number I don't even know, and I never answered those. But for someone told me to answer it, so I answered it. And it was Erica, the talent manager. She's like, "Hey, we have Power Slap going on. We want you to come on and debut for our UFC 290 weigh-in show. Can you do it?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then the story's there.
Holy moly, man.
Yeah,
Everybody's story is just a little bit different, but they're also the same. So like they fill out an app or they do whatever and they just immediately get in
yeah,
contact. And then there seems to be this like couple of month period and you just kind of, okay, I guess that was nothing. And then out of the blue, like Raiden, he was like, okay, I guess that was that. And then they call him out of the blue and, King, all those guys are just like, yeah, I thought it was nothing. And the next thing you know, you're on TV smacking fools, dude.
yeah. It was definitely like a shock value in that nature. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. Like I can't believe I'm really really doing it. And then everything kind of manifested itself. I'm like, there's no way that my pops was pushing me so much to do it, and then the first ever match for me to do went just like that. Like that was absolutely insane. So I mean, it's been exciting since then.
Dude, I love it. I love it. I've listened to a few interviews with you and I want to know you and like we talked with Pono as well.
Hmm.
You and him are similar in the sense of you're so open with like this is the technique, this is what you should do, this is how you approach it. Always, don't move your eyes, don't that kind of thing. Have
Hmm.
you ever thought about literally becoming a coach and being another guy's corner when this is done?
I've thought about it. I really, honestly, if folks like, I know how they do it over there is, I, for me personally, I don't believe in the coaching factor that they have there as your corner man. I feel like it should be your own people, that should be your corner man, just like how it would be in UFC or boxing. I don't think it should be fellow people on the roster that don't have a match should be your corner man. I don't think it should be that. But I've definitely thought about that. That when my time comes, that I'm done with Power Slap, that I would like to be someone's coach and be there for the long term. Because if I look at it, I wouldn't want somebody to be my coach when I know that they have a match coming up and then they just get smoked. You know what I'm saying? I,
Yeah.
I'd rather have someone be a coach that has nothing to do with Power Slap entirely and just knows about you yourself as a person. Like, say, for me, if I had a coach, I'd want them to be someone locally here on Buffalo and, be able to bring them to Vegas or Abu Dhabi or whatever. And then just have them be my guys. Because if it's just some guy of the roster, I don't know. I feel like there's more of a connection and chemistry when you have people of, you know, entitled or not entitled, but more sanctioned to you.
Right. No, who actually know you.
Yeah, who actually know you. So I feel like in that nature, I definitely would be a coach. But if they called me to be a coach, like how they have in like some of these like in the seasons and everything like that, or even in the first go, like don't get me wrong, my coaches have been cool. That the ones that they've given me, but I would much more prefer someone that I know.
Got it. Got it. Dude, I just learned something. I didn't know you couldn't pick your cornerman. They
No,
they provide for you, huh? On the
they they,
roster?
they provide for you. You show up, and then next thing you know, you're there. Like the first time I ever did it, I had John Davis, who's a good dude, man,
For sure.
outstanding,
He's coming up too, yeah.
outstanding guy, and he was my first. And he gave me nothing but confidence and oozed confidence, and just gave me so much assurity. He's like, "Hey, this is your first one. Let's make it count." But he was real personable. Out of all my coaches, that's been the guy. So it's been as well as Ryan Phillips. He also has been a great coach as well too. So, but yeah, they just give you one. You show up and they give you someone that should be fighting maybe in the next card. I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy. I can't yeah, I didn't know that. So if you
Yeah,
do end up connecting with someone like John Davis or Ryan, can you request them or that's no as well?
that's a no as well. I mean, they just kind of
Whoa, that's crazy, bro.
there's a lot of like ins and outs of this, and that some of the guys in the roster are just kind of feeding into it, right? And I'm more of a woke person, so I kind of understand of like how the game's played, like in the sense of yeah, they'll just give you a corner man, or if you see these guys on Instagram, some of the guys on the roster will tag Erica and Dana White and Power Slap, and every single one of them posts and like beg for a match. They're not going to give you a match if you're begging. Like, let's be honest. They're not going to do that because it's then at that point, it just seems one, it just seems like, you know, you're, you're just like, you're bending over for them. You're not being as who you should be as a person. I feel like you have your own brand that you're starting your own brand, you're doing your own thing. If they want to talk to you and they want to get you on there, they'll talk to you. So that's why I just don't reach out or put anything on Instagram and tag Erica or Dana White and everything. People know that I'm working. So
No, dude, I think that's smart. It's kind of like there's a there's a fine line, right, between being excited and confident and then chasing the jock you're never gonna get.
exactly.
I
Exactly.
hear that. I hear that for sure. Um, I gotta think, dude. Coming on, like, slap is so personal.
Yeah.
This is what I think. Sure, people look at it and they don't understand it, and we're trying to get people to understand it more with the pod, right? We've talked about rules a lot. We've talked
Hmm.
about technique a lot. We've had people tell stories and things like that. but it's so personal. Like you are locking eyes with this motherfucker,
Yeah.
and you know what's coming. So when you lose, does it feel that much more personal, or is it that much more motivating to be like, no, I'm coming back, so I don't feel like that again?
I feel like that's a dual-edged sword on that one. It's like at the end of the day, no man, like as a man, no one wants to just get slapped in the face and be put out like how some of these guys are being put out. For me personally, I find that as a sign of disrespect, just based on how the person acts afterward. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like the ones I've lost, DeBell and Ryan, there hasn't been disrespect afterwards, but it definitely leaves a little taste in their mouth. You're just like, yeah, I don't like that. I'm not letting that happen to me again. So it's then on that side, on the flip side, you want to go ahead and push and work so hard on your defense to make sure if you're lacking on that, make sure you're solid with it. If you're lacking on your striking, make sure you're sound and you have fine tune all of the little things so that way that won't happen again. My last two matches, I I just as soon as I got back to the hotel, I even after the match was over, I was never knocked out. When these people say I've knocked you out, you're knocked out if you're unconscious. Let's get that fact. Let's get that fact. You are knocked out if you are unconscious. If you are completely standing and arguing with the refs, or if you're completely coherent, you're not knocked out. They may call that as a TKO, which I agree with, but you're not anything other than that. So it's I don't know. It's definitely tricky. There's some things that I just don't agree with, but it is what it is.
Yeah, for sure. So it's more like as long as they don't talk that stuff after the
Yeah.
match, it
Yeah,
does.
look,
It's more of a. It becomes more of a sport at that point, not personal.
yeah, if you're talking that stuff before the match, okay, cool.
Right.
You're excited, you're ready, and that's almost a given. But if you're talking after, sure, yeah, you have a little swagger and a little confidence on your back because you just cleaned someone's clock. But at the end of the day, it's just like, yo, let it be. You should be focusing on what you should be chasing.
Dude, 100%. And let's be honest, bro. Losing to the champ and then
Yeah,
another contender is vastly different than these guys coming up, trying to earn that respect and earn that
right,
shot. So with
right.
this dude coming up, Mr. Iron Chin, how does that go, dude? And then do you go back for that belt?
Um, so there's been some speculation whoever wins this one will go and face DeBell. Now, don't quote me for that. I know that I've been hearing that amongst the whole slap universe and people and everything.
The SU, buddy.
Yeah, that's you. I've been hearing that talk, and so honestly, that would be exciting, being able to put him away and then go against DeBell. I know my journey with Slap has been interesting because it was a quick turnaround to a straight title match. I had one debut. I faced the contender off rip, and then I'm going against the champ. That was crazy. So like it was absolutely insane, and it was a humbling thing. It was kind of teaching me a lesson. Okay, you're still a little new. You need to learn some things and fine tune yourself, and then we'll get it right. So it's exciting to go against James. I don't. He blows up my phone every single day. On blows it up on Instagram every single day. I just don't
Oh my
respond.
gosh.
I just don't respond to him because it's just like, yeah, he's excited for sure, and I'm excited, but I don't. I don't really do all that talking. I'd rather have my action show.
Yeah, yeah. Let the game speak.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel that, man. I feel that. Um, I'm trying to put, I really am. I'm trying, when you're talking about your journey and how fast it was, dude, bro, I can't imagine, man.
yeah.
Like, I'm trying to think if, like, you fill out an application, you don't hear, then they call you, then you murk a guy. Now you're fighting for the title. I mean, how long of a time span was that? Was that like nine
I
months?
I would say that was maybe even less than that. I could put that at a solid 4 months, 4 or 5 month span. I know in
Oh
July,
my God.
Yeah, no, actually, I think 4 months. July, I debuted. August, I went against the number one, and then October, that's when I went against the Bell. So
Holy moly.
that's a quick turnaround with everything, and then not just with that, but with like life changes as well. I've got notoriety, and then my Instagram's blowing up with you know followers and everything, and then people in Buffalo are trying to connect with me to collab and do stuff. So it was a lot of things coming into one, and it was a quick turn. And so I'm like, wow, I'm really in here now. So it's uh it's exciting. A lot of these guys though, they they try to keep relevant in some senses, but like for me, let me just be me. I'd rather take my earnings, improve my life, but also help the community out here. And so that's what I've been all about.
Dude, I love that answer. You can be, hot as a firecracker and maybe you back it up, but if
Yep.
that's all you got is just this noise, yeah, I agree. It's not a long-term it's not a long-term career, I would say.
Right. You definitely need something more stable. And I hearing some of these folk that have quit their jobs for this, I mean, that's cool. Good for them. For me, I need more security than that, you know what I'm saying? If I want to be able to build a family one day, if I want to be able to make sure that me and mines are safe, I gotta work throughout the week and take these earnings of what I have, put them away, not even touch them. Some of these guys, right off the rip, go straight to the casino after. Uh, Go to the casino or go do something. I mean, and that's their life. They can do that. But for me, I've I've put mine away and even put some of it towards helping others of different drives and different charity events that I've been able to do for like I've been able to do like three charity events that really put a huge positive impact in Buffalo.
Yeah, you did that the sneaker thing, right?
Yeah, I did. So that was one of mine. That was my most recent. I did the shoe drive. We did that for a month. The goal was 300 pairs of shoes. Ended up getting 663 pairs,
Oh, yeah, you
and
did. Nice.
donated those to like folks around America and South America and Africa as well. And then in Thanksgiving, I was able to team up with ex Buffalo or former Buffalo Bill Stevie Johnson. We did a charity 7-on-7 turkey bowl game, and then with what we raised there, we were able to buy turkeys and Thanksgiving supplies and give those to the folks in need. And then Christmas, we did a whole Christmas drive and gave that to the Women Children's Hospital. So it's things like that. That means more to me than anything else. Just being able to help those around me, especially here where I call home. Being able to give back. That's my biggest thing. So yeah, it's awesome. And now knowing that they called me like 2 months ago and said, "Hey, you're gonna fight this guy. You're gonna go to Abu Dhabi." I'm like, dude, I'm for it. And like, I've got a chip on my shoulder of losing two in a row, and I know I've put in the work. So now it's time to put into fruition.
Yeah, man. That's the best way to put it. I'm not even kidding. At all the guys we've talked to take those earnings and those accolades and just kind of put them in a box, so to speak, while you're taking care of business in the background and also being charitable. Holy cow, man. I mean, if karma's a real thing, that's going to come back a million fold, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, I love it. So, got Abu Dhabi. If that goes the way we want it to, the quick turnaround, could you come back to Vegas for PS10?
Um, I I'm trying to think when I think PS10 is in Vegas. I think it is, and I think that's in December. So based on what I've been hearing, is the matches from here will go whoever wins these ones and whoever in my match when I win. It will be in December going against the Bell, but that's what I've just been hearing. So it could
Right.
change. It could change. Um, but I do find the matchmaking crazy though. I do find like there's a little
Give it to
craziness
me,
there.
man. Give it
I,
to me, man.
I do find it crazy. I know that there's like, don't get me wrong, cool. Keep putting me up there, or keep having me do matches, but there's some guys been that have been sitting in their rank spot for a minute in the heavyweight division that I would love to go against. I would love to go against Dorian Perez. I would love to go against him. He's been sitting there for a cool minute, and it's crazy to me that he hasn't even got a shot yet at the title. Um, he's got an outstanding record. So, but I leave it in God's hands, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, man. That's all you can do, right?
Yeah.
Um, when they announced the partnership with Fontainebleau, me and my boys freaked out because now we can go to all of them.
Oh,
You know.
nice.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, Abu Dhabi would be nice, but that's not happening just yet. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
But dude, we got it all planned out. Fontainebleau. I'm working on getting a room so we can interview everybody
Yep.
because we don't have like the media credentials or whatever. Dude, to be honest, I don't even know how to get that shit. So,
Yeah.
but we're working on getting like a small conference room. So all
Okay.
the people that we've talked to and all that, they can just come say what's up in Vegas and even in when it's in Miami. And I'm really all of us we're pretty excited about that.
Yeah. No, I know Slap News. They, the ones that I've been to, they would just their hotel room that they'd be staying in. They just set it up in a way that all the guys could come in there, interview and stuff. So they'd had like 16, 17 people deep just
Oh my
interviewing
God.
people in that room. So it was cool. I mean, it was cool, and you got to work with what you got. So that's awesome for you guys.
Yeah, dude, we're pumped. So what's up, man? You gonna work out today and then just hang?
Yeah, today, so yeah, got to work out today. Just fine tune a little bit of things. I got chest today, and then I've got a lot of medicine ball rotations. Being able to do that, work on my torque. Um, and I've been looking at a lot of the slap of things. I'm big on when I did football. I'm big on like studying film. I study film all the time, and that's what helped me with football. And so even with slap, I was able to study all of my opponents, but also even study myself and to see what I can work on. So I've got a few things that I can work on here and just fine tune a little bit. I feel nothing but confident for this coming trip. So um, yeah, that's it. I got that today, and then I got work later on. And other than that, yeah, we're just hanging out, chilling, waiting, counting the days down.
Dude, I love it. That's my kind of day. I woke up today. The wife's out of town. She goes out of town for work once a month for like a week.
Okay.
And I love it, man, because I drop my kids off at school. Then I just have this day. So I go hit
Yeah.
the gym. You know what I'm saying? And then just like sometimes I'll go watch a movie and then I just hang. I love days like that because it gets you in the right mindset, right? Like you've got a huge match opportunity, notoriety, all this stuff coming up. And to have a day where you can just focus and
Yep.
just do you and chill and know you're doing the right things, I really think that only builds confidence.
That's it.
Like with
It
me,
does.
it's confidence in life, but like with you, it's a moment of like, oh man, here I come. Here I come.
That's me every time in the gym. My time when I'm in the gym is sacred. I put my phone in do not disturb, and then I'm just in there locked in for an hour and a half, 2 hours, working on my craft. And so when I'm done, I feel accomplished. I feel ready. And since I got that call, and since actually even before that I got that call, I've been working every single day since February to make sure that that won't happen again. So I'm excited. I'm ready. I I I've there's I can't even put it into words how I feel about this match. I don't feel nervous or scared. This match feels more calming than all of my other matches.
And that's got to be a positive, right?
Yeah.
Not freaking out. You
No.
just locked in.
Just locked in. That's it.
Dude, well, fantastic, man. I love that you came on. I love you spent time with us. My boys are in school, but they have questions for you. So I got two
For
questions
sure.
for you,
No problem. No problem.
and they'll see this, of course. It was funny, bro. I was texting my ninth grader.
Mm,
He's the one that went to PS8 with me, and
okay.
when we left, that's what started this whole thing. We were like, we should do a podcast. Like,
That's
you
awesome.
have to see it live, and then you get it.
Mm,
You know. So anyway, started with him, but he was texting me last night, and I said, "Hey, man, you know I'm not going to do this without you. So are you cool if I do these interviews? We got like 6 or 7 lined up that we got to do." And
right.
he texted back, "You got this, big dog. I'll text you a question."
I love that. That's awesome.
He's like, "I got you, big dog." I'm like, what the hell? So he wants to know your Instagram profile picture. What's that all about? He said it looks, quote, tough. And I want to know what that was about.
I just I switched up my hair. I switched up my hair when I was facing Ryan, and so I had like braids, and then I just put on my ski mask, just because I would always be swagged out in football and everything like that. So I put my ski mask on. I just didn't want to speak, say nothing when we did the weigh-ins, when we did the face-off. Um, since that whole trip there, I didn't want to do anything that would keep me off of my game. Clearly, I lost that one, but I just put my mask on. It's time. It's time to, hit a lick and catch a case right here. And that case is dropping a body. So it's yeah, I just put that one on.
He just put it out, man. That's so cool. And so my youngest, he's 10, and he sent me an audio message at recess. And he said, I want to ask him and he said this, when he becomes champ, what kind of car he wants to buy. Now, I might know the answer because we just talked about money.
Right.
But that's what he wants to know. You're going to ball out and get like what's your, like, what would be like a cool thing you would get when you become champ?
So I already got my truck, and that was from the first ever power stop that I did. So I'm set with cars right now. But I'm definitely, I think when I win, them winnings will go, towards a house. To be honest,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, them
Yeah,
winnings
very
will
cool.
them winnings will go to a house or a plot of land so I can start building my house. I've got an idea, so yeah, I one of those. It'll be one of those, but nothing too crazy.
I love it, dude. I love it. Got to build that dream home.
That's it.
I love it, man. Well, yeah, thanks again, dude. So much love coming your way from
Yeah,
us. We're
thank
huge
you. I
fans.
appreciate y'all.
And yeah, we're gonna be watching closely, dude. We're gonna be watching closely.
I don't know how early it's gonna be for y'all because it's the time difference is crazy, but hey, I appreciate everything truly.
Nah, man, we will if it's whatever it is, we'll wake up. I'll give these guys some sugar-free caffeine hit, and we'll be good.
I love it. I love it.
All right, brother. Hang on while this uploads, but thank you so much.
Yep. Thank you so much.